Happiness is found in the simplest of things. Happiness is found in gratitude, in a good conversation, in a kept promise, in love, in friendship, in an achieved goal and a fond memory. Happiness is found in the simplest magnificence of life. You are on the Happiness Project and you're with me, Dhanya Varma. You're playing cards here.
No? Not playing cards, this is life itself. Actually, pick a card and any one of this is a song.
Okay.
So you pick a card and I'll sing your song for you.
Well, let me just choose.
What does it say?
Marianne's song.
Marianne's song. Okay, to help you understand what it is, there will be, I have a lyric booklet here. So
Oh, wow.
KLM Marianne's song. Yeah. There you go. So this is how you get a personalized gig done for you.
Oh my God, this is awesome from none other than Suraj Money himself.
Okay. So I'll sing a few lines maybe.
Yeah, okay.
We won't finish the entire interview like this. Fear is not that we are inadequate. A deeper sphere is that we are powerful beyond measure. A deeper sphere is not that we are inadequate. A deeper sphere is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. You're playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. You're playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as to do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. And as we're liberated from our own fears, our presence automatically liberates others.
Thank you so much.
There you go.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Suraj. Welcome to the Happiness Project.
Thank you.
What amazes me about you is, Suraj, you are totally the non-conformist. I mean, you all have these notions about what a musician should be like and how would he deal with you. And you don't fit the bill at all. I mean, you are a business person, and that's like the biggest paradox. I've always heard that artists can't discuss, think money. And here's a man who's an artist, who's a poet, and he handles business. I mean, do you sense that in your head? Do you have a battle going on in your head at all times, or it's
not a battle. So I feel that most people are in trouble because they don't embrace the contradictions within themselves. The contradictions that exist in us are there because they are appropriate to certain moments in life. You should not just hold on to one side of you. Embrace all your sides. In the right context, you will arrive proper to the moment. So and here's the funny thing, I'm great at business. I've been very lucky. I mean, I have some fantastic clients, fantastic colleagues and all that. So I've done very well at business and I've made money at business. However, I've not made money as an artist. So there, it's still, in some ways, I'm still the struggling artist, because monetarily as an artist, no, I'm not really making money so that I can live this thing. I do art for the sheer love of art. I mean, and what business allows me to do is not to take up a gig which is not close to my heart. Like, I only sing my songs. I don't go and sing anybody else's song. I probably can't. You know, if somebody asked me to sing one famous Beatles song, I won't even know the chords. So I say, you know what, I will only sing my songs. And that's what I do. But as an artist, I'm still struggling. I'm still unknown. I mean, you go around the entire of India, there are millions of people, billions of people who don't know me. So I'm still very much a struggling artist. So all these happen, all these exist in us. But if you let it be, life can still be wonderful.
But would you recommend musicians to take up an alternate profession from your personal experience? Would that help you in your music as an artist? What's your take?
Various things work for various people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Having said that, I mean...
Having said that, it's a lot more comfortable for me, because I know for a fact that my family is not exposed to the uncertainties that most musician families have. See, music is tough because some of us succeed at a level where, you know, we can live out the dreams that we want. Many of us don't. And I'm quite sure that having a day job would be a good thing to have. Having said that, some people should not have a day job. I mean, it's different types of people.
But Adhyamaittu, Mother Jane joined Cheyumbo. What did your wife say to you? Was she perturbed of the
My
whole
wife was
idea?
actually, no, she was not perturbed, because I tend to be a very sought out guy. So, you know,
You're good at convincing.
Yeah, and I'm stubborn as hell. So, I wanted to do music, and I wanted to try, and I was doing my job. So here's the difference. I keep asking myself how I can do something, not why I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah. If you ask yourself why you can't do something, you'll get answers. If you're smart, you'll get lots of answers. So my thing has always been, instead of asking yourself why you can't do something, ask yourself how you can do something. You'll get answers for that as well. And sometimes it takes time. It's over a period of time that you reach somewhere. Yeah, it doesn't happen overnight. Like these 75 songs, it's 5 years of my life, right? But 5 years later, it is something. If I didn't start even writing one, maybe a month or two, maybe a month, it doesn't build into something. So this is the journey. The journey does not happen in a single step. It actually takes sometimes long time. And what is most important for me is who you are and who you become while making that journey. That's your reward.
ഇതിനകത്തുനിന്ന് ഏതെങ്കിലും പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ ഇൻസ്റ്റൻസ് ഉണ്ടോ സൂരജ് വെൻ യു റോട്ട് ദാറ്റ് സോങ് ഇറ്റ് വാസ് ഒരുമാതിരി കഥാർട്ടിക് എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് പറഞ്ഞാൽ വളരെ എഫക്റ്റ് ചെയ്തത്? Can you narrate one incident which has translated into a song for you? അതിൽ ഒത്തിരി ഉണ്ടെന്ന് അറിയാം, എന്നാലും ഒരു if you choose one, which one?
I'm now living on chance. Okay, I'm going to ask you to pick one, and I will tell you what that meant to me.
I hope it's not the other song again.
No. We've already kept that aside, so we are safe.
Okay, I think this is the one.
This is the weirdest interview ever. What's that?
Wolf is back.
Okay, so Wolf is back.
Part of a pack, one of a kind.
A symbol of a love never left behind. So, you were telling me before that I don't really fit in, right? I actually don't. I'm a misfit wherever I go. If I go and sit with musicians, I am not a full musician. If I go and sit with businessmen, I'm not a full businessman. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. So there also, you know, there are businessmen who worry that what the hell, man, you don't do any of these things. So one thing that I have become comfortable with in my life is that I am me. I do what I like, and I'm a misfit, and I'm comfortable with that. I don't apologize for that. So Wolf is Back is an example of that. It's about a wolf, actually what it stands for. You know, you are part of a pack, but you are one of a kind.
Surinder, if you look back, are you a person who looks back quite a bit?
Yes, back, forth, present, all of it.
Surajine ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ഇൻഫ്ലുവൻസ് ചെയ്ത ഇവന്റ് ഇൻ യുവർ ലൈഫ് വിച്ച് probably helped you dig deeper into yourself and get out that alternate personality? കാരണം ഒരു പാട്ട് വരെ Suraj was a regular guy going to college, doing engineering, getting a business. ആ ഒരു incident, not just with Mother Jane, there has to be something which is very personal that has gotten it out.
It is quite
What
personal. I don't know if I should be saying this on TV,
okay.
but actually when I was young, my parents were in Nigeria. So we were all there, and there was this unrest in Nigeria that was happening at that time. So bank accounts were being frozen, people were losing their jobs, they couldn't take the money back to India. You know, people were worried at that point of time, and my parents decided that they would also come back to India because of the uncertainty of it. And I was in the 3rd standard then. Now I was moving to the 3rd standard. I was 8, and my brother was already in the 12th. My sister was reaching, he was near his 12th, she was near her 10th. So it was difficult for them to shift suddenly, because of the difference in schooling and type and this thing. So my parents decided that I would stay and, you know, a little earlier and, you know, adjust to the system, and they would come within a year or so. Unfortunately, it took them another 5 years to come down because things kept being in flux, and I know now that, you know, that they did the best that they could for us. But I definitely was, I felt the effects of that for a very, very long time, and I love my uncle's family for the way they took care of me.
But the angst,
yeah, it's not easy to be left behind, no?
The sense of being alone.
Yeah. And so I think what happened to me, this is very personal. What happened to me is that I never felt special. And I think I tried very hard to be special because of that. But I also never put myself into a situation where if somebody wanted to tell me that you are special, I would say no. I was not used to that idea. I've grown out of that now. I think 5 years back when I had this injury, when I was, you know, dealing with, you know, life per se, I understood that, you know, everybody did the best that they could. And I really couldn't have asked for a happier childhood. I really couldn't have asked for better parents. I really couldn't ask for better family. I learned something wrong and used the lessons of that beyond the point of usage. Of usefulness, you know, and I had to let go of certain things. I realized that I had to, not that I had to forgive certain people, I had to ask forgiveness for certain people for taking that lesson way too far. It was a very...
That's where this music and this lyrics come from, these words come from. That's why you are the wordsmith.
I told you, no, I'm a man with a lot of issues.
No, the journey has begun. I think today what you are was probably those 5 years that you lived away from your family. And how does your family respond to what you are today?
Well, should I make this even worse? But when my parents came back, my mother had cancer and died within a year. So my life was continued. So I was never a normal boy in that sense. You know, never really had
the time
with my mom, but I had some lovely aunts who all took care of me, and so yeah. But I probably am more sensitive to people who are in pain.
Okay.
And I probably try and help people who I feel, if they have felt that, oh, I'm not so good at something, I'll always step in and say, no, you can't do it. I think I've seen that as a recurring pattern in my life. I tend to tell people that yeah, you can do it. I tend to encourage people. I like to see people walking into a room and flying out. That's what I see.
And that's where the compassion is.
That is where the compassion is. You're also crying.
I don't take long to cry. I just cry like that.
Oh, I'm horrible. We'll be watching some fairy tale and my daughter will be Appa crying. But as an artist, no, you have to feel. The most important thing that you need as an artist is to feel. Just pour yourself, let your emotions flow, and the music will come. I don't think that I wrote these songs. I think these songs were all there. But I was waiting. And they said, okay, you're listening? I said, yes, I'm listening. Okay, here.
Wow. Suraj, if you we're coming to the end of the show, but സൂരജിൻ്റെ ജീവിതത്തിലെ ഏറ്റവും ബ്ലിസ്ഫുൾ മൊമെൻറ്റ്, ഹാപ്പിയസ്റ്റ് മൊമെൻറ്റ് ഞാൻ ചോദിക്കില്ല, ബ്ലിസ്ഫുൾ മൊമെൻറ്റ് ഏതാണ്? ഈ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഏതാണ് ഏറ്റവും സന്തോഷം നൽകിയ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ്?
I know exactly what it is, because that is why I kept searching for it afterwards. But it was the first time my wife told me that she was pregnant and we were going to have a child. For a cool 15 minutes I was just, you know, I was just in one state. There was no time, there was no, you know, there were no past thoughts, there were no future thoughts. I was just so alive. I just felt so appropriate to the moment. And that is what I think bliss is. That I think is actually what the secret to life is. You have to be appropriate to the moment.
Are you?
Hope so.
Trying to.
Always.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on our show. Suraj, it was an absolute pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
It was a lovely, lovely chat I had. Thank you so much.
Thank you.